Hey guys, this is Keith, just a guy. How you doing? We are here at the Missouri State Show. We have David Price. He is a mint air collector. So David, why don't you tell us a little bit about, I guess you could say, this device, contraption, machine you got in front of you, hooked to this computer screen right here?
What we have right here is a Hayear, H-A-Y-E-A-R camera system. And I can take magnified pictures up to 1,000 power, and it runs through the computer, and I can put it on the screen over here. And these pictures that are showing now, we have taken with this camera, and we've done a PowerPoint presentation to teach people that come through the display area what mint airs are, because a lot of people that come to the shows have never seen a mint air and they're really interested.
Chris sitting down, which is David's son. David is a mint air collector, and he sets up at these shows to educate people on different types of mint airs and to help them out and figure out what they got.
So the new thing that we have set up this year is our Hayear camera. So it's shooting 4K at 1,000 power if I need it to. It's fully adjustable. I could pull this up onto this screen. So if you purchase a coin today and you want to see it up close, all I got to do is flip a switch and it'll flip from slideshow to camera mode. And I can zoom in up to 1,000 power. We have two different size lenses, two different types of lighting systems, depending on what coin it is and what color. Depends on if you want to use your, it just depends. There's a lot of variables in coin collecting. So this is basically what the new part of the program is, and then this is a display that he sets up, various display he sets up every year, demonstrating and showing mint air coins.
This first case here is a lot of my, what I call junk stuff. It's overflow, where I put coins in this case that are usually would go in another case that is specific. Here are some laminations, some split coins. Up here are some off centers. This is a dime right here. That's two dimes struck together.
Oh wow, that's cool.
These are cancel coins right here, where the mint comes through and they find something that's bad that's been printed, and they will cancel it in this manner. I've looked through thousands, 500s of these things, and I've never found anything that's wrong with it.
So, David, let me ask you a question. This machine you got, or equipment you have rather, over there, someone can bring a coin down to the show and you can tell them if it's an actual error or maybe if it's just something somebody ran over, right?
Yes, I can.
And you have that knowledge? How many years you been doing this?
I've been doing this since 1960. Well, 57 is when I actually got my first mint air coin. And my uncle gave me that. It was an 1847 large cent that was off center. And he gave it to me on my 10th birthday, and that kind of got me into the air bug, and I've been collecting airs ever since. Regular coins don't float my boat, but airs do. Wow. So, and that's why.
What do we got in this case?
What we have in this case is, this is another of my cases that I have just some mint airs in here, but this is a clock. And this is a 50% off-center clock. So you have the centered coin that's, nothing's happened to it. And then you go 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and around the clock, and it's 50% off of each one.
So this here that I'm looking at, I noticed as you're calling it a clock, the off-center, the direction in which Lincoln's head is facing, it kind of like when you're looking at the 1, you would put him next to the 1, and then the blank would be towards the center, as well as Lincoln's head would still be up. When you look down over here at the 7,
That
Yeah.
is a neat way of doing it.
And
Is this your first clock or that you've made, or have you made more?
no, I've made some that are 5% off center, some that's 20% off center.
And
I have another clock that I didn't bring that is a 50% clip, where the clips are like that coin right there is a clip. Oh, I should have had a couple of. Okay, back over here is an Eisenhower dollar that has two clips on it. One at like the 3 o'clock and one at like at the 9 o'clock position.
So, David, I'm going to stand this tripod back up and talk to you and ask you a couple of questions.
Yeah.
Now, if someone wants to know about errors, maybe they can email you and find out where you're going to set up, and you can check out their error or something,
Right.
or maybe
I
they
can
can
do
send you a
that.
pic
I
via
can do
email.
that. I can do that.
So
And my
yeah, you
email
guys can send them a pic via email. His email is go ahead.
DPAPA, Def Papa. My grandkids gave me that name. And it's at 3rr at gmail.com.
So his email again is dpapa3rr@gmail.com. I'll throw that link in the description. If you guys have some pics of some error coins, I think David will be able to help you out and let you know if it's an actual error or something somebody did after market or something.
I want to show you one coin here, if I could.
Sure thing.
It's in this case right here.
You want to pull it out so we can get a real good look at it?
I can do that.
Oh, you're here this year. I look so forward to seeing your exhibit.
Now, what is this, David?
This is it's a 19. It's hard to read because it's struck 4 times. It's overstruck 4 times. But I think it's a 42. It's a 1942, and I believe that it is an experimental coin planchet. And I think that it's an aluminum planchet that they
Wow, that is
struck in
nice.
1942 to test the production and striking ability of the machinery for this. But this was struck 4 times.
Wow. That is definitely
And I
interesting.
picked it up here at this show.
Now that's obviously one of your favorite errors. Do you have any more that are your favorite errors?
Oh, every one of them.
I mean, do you have one that you just absolutely love?
Yes, I have these 3 right here, and they are off-center chain strikes. And the reason I have this one, the one, number 1 and number 2, these fit together. As does this that's in the single holder. You can see the
okay.
2 coins overlapping each other.
Yes, sir.
Somebody sent these in to have them authenticated, and they actually fit together because they've got the number 1 and the number 2 on there.
So, your experience as an error collector,
Yeah.
would you call yourself knowledgeable or an expert or just a collector?
I've turned into being more than a collector. I try
Like a
to
teacher.
educate.
So you've become more of a teacher over the years.
Yes.
And you've been doing this since before I was born. Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah, I'm an old guy.
Well, you've been around, there's no doubt
not-
about it.
There's not many of us old error collectors around anymore. But I try to help people that come to the coin shows and to educate and to learn them what's going on that they have.
Okay, I'm going to swoop by. I'm going to go all the way down to the end of your cases.
Okay.
And maybe you can tell us a little bit about each case as we go over. So here is your first case.
This is my first case, and there's nothing but blanks and planchets. Blanks do not have a rim. Planchets do have a rim. And I have some just penny, nickel, dime, quarter, half, dollars.
So this first one is what? That's the blanks, right?
They're all blanks in this case.
Oh, these are all blanks.
They're all blanks and planchets.
No, I mean, which ones are planchets is what I'm asking.
Okay.
This one is
This
planchets?
the planchets are struck through all these.
Oh, okay. So
In
maybe
certain
you guys
cases.
can figure out here which ones are planchets and which ones are blanks.
If you can see something without a rim, it's a blank because it hasn't gone through the upsetting mill yet.
Oh, okay. Well, these are interesting. I see you got one right here in the back in a certified holder.
Yeah, that is a silver dollar sized commemorative blank. No, it's a planchet. It's got a rim on it.
Oh, okay. There you go.
And that's a type 2, 90% silver.
That's interesting. And the next case we have.
Next case we have die heirs. And I've got 2 dies here. One is for a penny, and it's just being ground off. And this one is for a for a 1971 proof S quarter. And it's been, these are both canceled, and this one's been arc welded. That's how they did it back in the old days in 71.
Oh, okay.
I've got some planchet cuttings here. This is a penny. My mind
Where
just-
they cut
a strip.
okay, where they cut them out, the
Right.
the
It's a
planchets,
strip
the
there.
blanks out of.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
Now these are some more canceled coins up here that are blanks or planchets that you just can't tell what's happened to them.
Now we already went. I think we did a little bit on the clips earlier.
Okay, and here's some clips in here. There's some just mixing problem, metal mixing problems in this
Okay.
case.
So guys,
Here's some laminations,
so okay, yeah, we went over all this, and this is where his penny
and
was,
we're back to this one.
and we're back to that one that we looked at already, and then we go all the way back down. Let's come on over here by your thing, your little computer thing, so these guys can look at this cool stuff flashing across the screen. So these guys can email you through the email I link in the description, and they can send you a picture of what they may have, and you'll what's your user response time? A day, 2 days, what?
Probably 2 days.
So he might be able to get back to you in a couple days, depending on his schedule.
And it also matters about how many people want something looked at all at once, you know.
Yeah, so
If
don't
10
overflood them, guys, but just,
If 10 or 20 people, and you're welcome to send them in, but it may take longer to get an answer back to you.
yeah, make sure you get a nice, clear picture when you send him a picture, too.
Do not send the coin.
You hear that? Keep your coins. Only send him in the picture. Who knows? This guy, would you ever make an offer if there's something you really want that someone's got, maybe?
Possibly, if
So there you go.
if I can fit it into the display, I might be able to do it.
So, David, I want to thank you for your time.
I
We really
appreciate
appreciate it.
you.
And, don't be a stranger.
Yep, I appreciate you.
Thank you.
It's a wild keep.
I told him to tell him it was really